and a few of us are going to be talking about futures. So it's been a really great event, and I want to keep the ball moving, and I want to get your attention because I have something today that's working, and it's a very exciting system. And if you could give me 30 or 45 minutes of your attention, I know that you'll be glad that you did. My presentation is on our AI auto trader. This is based on mathematical modeling combined with next generation technology. So let's keep the ball rolling. I want to get the CFTC out of the way. The information I'm going to share with you is for demonstration and educational purposes. I am not a licensed trade advisor. Trading the financial markets does come with a substantial amount of risk. If you're not familiar with the risk, we highly recommend that you consult with a qualified licensed trade advisor. With that being said, I'm actually part, and I want to run through this quickly because I want to show you this presentation and the charts and the numbers. But I'm part of really a well-educated, super qualified and experienced team. It's just not myself over here pulling the switches and levers and hoping for the best. And I just wanted to take a minute to acknowledge my team because as a team, our vision here at Right Line Trading is to develop innovative trading strategies that help predict the future direction of price. Man, what valuable information that is. And we want to use this information to extract profits out of the financial market. And the tools that we provide our traders with an edge when they're looking at that right edge of the chart and all of that static and all of that noise and the question mark of which way the market's going to go. We've got software that we've been developing over the last decade, 10 to 15 years, that's extremely powerful. So the team that I am really privileged to be a part of, and listen, really what distinguishes Right Line Trading from a lot of our competitors is that we actually trade our system on the right edge of the market every morning. When that when that bell rings, not the whistle, that's the football game. But when that bell rings, and it's 9:30 New York time, we have several traders in a live trading room who are calling out trades in real time. So the information that our software provides us with, those signals for entry that help predict the future direction of price, we can leverage that information in a variety of different ways. So let me start by introducing first our live traders. First, at the top right of my screen is a professional prop trader named David Kushner. He runs our prop trading live trading room. He successfully and consistently over the last several years has maintained 6 funded prop accounts. In fact, year to date, he's at about $80,000 in profit. He treats it as a business. He journals every trade, and he's extremely disciplined and follows the rules. So he leverages those signals by trading prop accounts. The second one that I want, the second trader that I'd like to introduce is Mr. Craig Emery. Craig Emery has been trading for 20 years. And listen, I have the privilege of talking to traders now for the last 10 or 15 years. And his story is just like all of ours, you know, that the trading journey was full of pitfalls. And it led to blowing out a lot of accounts. He bought a lot of indicators and trading systems over the years that just didn't work. Uh, about 5 or 6 years ago now, he found a home with Right Line Trading, and he kind of found his groove with our money flow tracker trading system. And now he's consistently profitable. In fact, he has his own futures live trading room and he trades his own real money live account. Now, third, I want to introduce Mr. David Wise. David Wise is on the bottom right of my screen, and he's a professional options trader. Excuse me, a professional options trader. He has a Reddit verified performance, and he has a really interesting story how he started. He got his career started. He was actually laid off from his job as an IT salesman for a cloud services company. And when they laid him off, the boss called him in, and he kind of had his head between his tail between his legs, and he got the bad news that he was being laid off. Well, he took advantage of that as an opportunity to trade full time. Several months later, the same boss who called him into that office called him back on the telephone and asked him, please come back. We need you. He told them, I'm sorry, I just can't afford to come back to work anymore. And the reason being is David has consistently maintained a 90% win rate. And the key to his success is he relies solely on the technicals. There's no guessing games, opinions, or listening to the talking heads. He bases all of his decisions on the technicals that our software provides. Mark Sachs, who is actually the founder of Right Line Trading, is also a very valuable member of our team. He's a PhD graduate in applied mathematics. If you've ever heard Mark Sachs talk, he's extremely educated and knowledgeable. He has 20 years of trading experience. He's the lead trader of several of our Options Alert newsletters, and he's a valuable member of our research and development team. Moving right along, Mr. Charles Sider. Charles Sider is our engineer on the team. All the I's must be dotted and the T's must be crossed. He's got his degree in computer science from UCLA, and he's been providing technical support for over 30 years, global client support and technical services. We also have Mr. Brock Miller. Mr. Brock Miller is pursuing his degree in computer science. He's currently working with us in customer service and digital marketing, and he recently just became a funded prop trader. He might have 2 or 3 months experience trading, but he now is a funded trader. So congratulations, Brock. And I really want to take a moment here and recognize Mr. Sergio Luque Rodriguez, who heads up the software development team. He has a master's degree in computer science. He's responsible for bringing the company's complex analysis of price and market analysis to life. So Mr. Sergio's been with Right Line Trading going on 10 years. And our team is led by U.S. Army veteran and MBA graduate from Cal State, Mr. Mark Miller. Mark Miller spent several years as a day trader and stock market investor. He currently holds several prop accounts. But most important, what Mark brings to the team at Right Line Trading are those core military values of honesty, integrity, transparency. And those core values have worked their way in to every department of Right Line Trading. He's a great guy, true man of God. We're very grateful that he's our leader of this team. So let's keep the ball rolling. I always show a couple of personal pictures. Recently, Mark took Sergio and I fishing. This was us on a fishing trip down in the Keys. I'm an avid saltwater fisherman. We live down in South Florida, love the Miami Dolphins, Miami Heat, anything Miami, I love it, especially the ocean. But I wanted to highlight today Mr. Sergio Luque Rodriguez because, well, he has a special place in our hearts today. Last night, his wife gave birth to their second son, Jonathan Luque Rodriguez, and it is a boy. And we've been smoking cigars and celebrating and high-fiving in the office this week. So congratulations, Luque, on your second son. God bless you and your family. So just to backtrack a little bit, and I some people asking some questions, taking surveys, and I just want to know if you're alive or not. I want to ask you a question. when you're trading the markets, are you trading your own live money account or are you a prop trader? Are you trading your own money or are you part of this prop trading revolution? I mean, now you for, you know, 25 bucks will buy you a $50,000 account. It's not like it used to be. So prop trader or are you trading your own live money account? Irene's trading her own money. Tess is trading a prop account. Michael prop. George his own live money. Okay, so it looks like it's about 50-50. Very good. Steve is trading his own money. Adrian prop. Yeah, these prop accounts now, they've really opened the floodgates, and it's really exciting. It's an exciting time to be a trader. With the prop firms, the advantages, there are advantages and there's disadvantages, just with everything else. But like I had just mentioned, for $25 now, you've got $50,000 accounts, at your disposal. So it opens the doors and it gives you an opportunity to get in the game. And I know that it's been a long day. I'm going to run through this kind of quickly because I want to respect your time. If what I show you today has any interest, I want you to put your name and your phone number, not yet, but once you've listened to the presentation, if you find yourself interested or you have more questions, put your name and phone number in the chat box. I could see it. And when the presentation's over, I'll be happy to give you a call and answer your questions. So let's keep moving. Listen, I started off the presentation by saying that we've all experienced problems being consistent, creating the financial markets. The trading journey is not a simple one. It's not easy. Um, I mentioned that I talk to traders every day. Yesterday on a phone call, I had one of our newest members call me and she asked me, she said, I'm just getting started trading. Do you recommend trading, discretionary or an automated strategy? And I said, well, listen, the most people that I speak to, the way this journey begins is the journey begins that you receive these great emails that make it sound very simple, that in a very short period of time, you're going to make a lot of money and it's going to be fairly simple. But once they jump in, they learn that it's not that simple. They have, let's say, emotional issues that prevent them from being profitable. Maybe they're trading with indicators that just don't work. Um, maybe, they revenge trade or they make impulsive decisions like myself. But the way the process goes, what I told her in this conversation was normally all of these pitfalls that we fall into usually leads them through the road of hard knocks to coming and trying out the automated strategies. So it's been my team's commitment to you. My slide says it's my commitment. I can't take it all on my shoulders um, and be successful at it. There's no way in the world. I have a highly educated and qualified team behind the scenes that is their number one commitment to bring these pitfalls to an end. So when it comes to the right edge of the chart, and when that opening bell rings, and we have absolutely no clue which way price is going to go. A perfect example, when very recently that we had this geopolitical unrest. And, the first thing that popped into my mind was, hey, I'm going to buy shares in Lockheed Martin. Well, I think I was a day late and $1 short. I didn't look at the technicals. I thought it was a great idea and that everyone's going to need to buy military defense equipment. Well, I was wrong once again. So when that opening bell rings, it's very important that you have the proper tool set. So we've narrowed it down to two things that you need to create trading success. Number one, you've got to have the proper tools. If you're a carpenter and you're gonna go put in a door, you're not gonna go with a butter knife. You're gonna bring your tools that can get the job done. And that's what I'm gonna show you today are tools that can get the job done that you and I just have no chance of keeping up with. This is software that once it's enabled will automatically get you into the trades and manage the trades on your behalf. Okay, so these are automated strategies that run in the NinjaTrader 8 platform. NinjaTrader 8 is a free platform. It's absolutely free. Okay, so these are pre-formatted templates that you would load in NinjaTrader 8, or our IT techs would load it for you. Once it's enabled, it's going to trade a diversified portfolio of strategies that have been optimized by our professionals. So let's get right into the benefit that you get from using our AI Auto Trader. Uh, for myself, it's no more cutting winners short or getting out of trades too early. No more overthinking, hesitating. Listen, I get into trades all of the time, and the trade starts going against me, and I get the heck out. I get nervous. I'm scared that I'm going to lose my money and blow my account, and that's an emotional issue that I have trading a live money account. Or if I get into a trade and it starts going in my direction, I'll take the money and run. I'll shut the trade down. I won't let it mature. And these are common issues that most of us have. I think I heard on one of the programs here on Traders Corner that there's like 15 different personality traits, and 13 out of 15 of those traits just does not lend well to being a successful trader. It's in our personality. These emotional issues are just don't lend well to being a good trader. So listen, if you fall into that bucket like I do, there is hope. I'm bringing a message of hope today. We've got something that will be a solution. So I mentioned just a moment ago that we have a diversified portfolio of strategies. One of our strongest strategies right now, we lovingly refer to it as the golden goose. The golden goose trades obviously gold. And let me tell you something, with this geopolitical unrest, you could see gold is, up very close to $2,000 an ounce right now. So the price of gold is just skyrocketing, and we believe it's going to continue in the same trajectory. This is an example of some trades in the past. If you wanted to see something more current, this is what the chart would look like. Today's chart, looking at the gold on our system. And you can see on our chart, the way gold works um, is it looks for a disparity. And I'm not going to get too technical. I like to keep things simple, but we're looking to follow the flow of institutional money. I heard Jim Simmons say it just a moment ago. We want to follow in their footsteps. How do we do it? Our software identifies when there's a disparity between uptick and downtick. We stay away from the pivots. We respect the pivots, and we like a multi-time frame alignment and trend. And once everything lines up, in this little list on the left of my chart are all the split-second calculations that this software is making. In a live market, those will be dynamic, and you'll see them moving. But when everything lines up perfectly, you'll see these crosses come on my chart. And when those crosses come up and my strategy is enabled, that means it's game time. That strategy is going to get you in this trade, and it's going to manage the trade for you. Okay, so um, let me show you the numbers. I'm kind of a numbers guy more than anything. Numbers seem to make the most sense to me. And this is through after the first 3 weeks of October. You could see gold started the month. It was down $300 or $400. But as the month wore on, over the second and third week, it just started hammering away and going long, long, long and running up the score. You could see my cumulative net profit just continue to escalate throughout the month. By the 10th, I was only at $20. The 11th, 320. The 12th, 170. And then things just caught on fire from the 12th. 770, 1650, 2530, 2680, and finally to 3420. So gold, the golden goose, has truly delivered for us. The second of our portfolio of robots or strategies we refer to as the Nighthawk. The Nighthawk runs on the NASDAQ. It's actually one of our reverse trades, and this I've referred to it in the past. I call it the George Costanza uh, strategy. That's from Seinfeld. I don't know if you're familiar, but George Costanza and Kramer, they used to crack me up. But poor George, just couldn't do anything right. And he figured if he just did the opposite of what he normally did, everything would work out for the best. Well, that's kind of how the Nighthawk works. It's a reverse trade. And let me tell you, traders are passing their evaluations. They're making money with this strategy on their real money accounts. It held a single day record of $4,000 in a single session. So the Nighthawk strategy is really an excellent strategy. From our Discord chat group, we have a trader DB, and Discord is, Jim was showing it just a couple minutes ago. And, again, this is the the benefit of being part of a community of traders is learning what's working for them, and sometimes even more importantly, what's not working for them. Doesn't it make sense to, if you can learn from somebody else's mistake, that's the way to go. It's a lot less expensive. But DB in the trading room has passed 2 or 3 accounts in just a few weeks. And he told our members exactly how he did it. He paused the bot once it made $500 a day, disabled it, called it a day. He practiced some very good capital preservation. And within the strategy parameters, I mentioned with the prop accounts, we can't take a drawdown with the prop account. So within the parameters of the strategy, we can set exactly how much we're willing to win and how much we're willing to lose. And I'm not going to get very technical, but I just wanted to show you the inside of the strategy under risk management. If we want to if once we reach, let's say we took DB's strategy and we wanted to stop trading at 500 and we only wanted to take a $250 drawdown. And we found that every Friday we were losing. So now we can pick which days of the week are doing the best, the times of the day that have the best data, and our team happens to be experts at analyzing the data, crunching the numbers. So we've time analyzed these templates. They come to you pre-formatted, and all you'll have to do is load them and enable them on your platform. So let's keep the ball rolling and show you some numbers on the Nighthawk. This is a chart that shows the types of trades that it takes. Everything lines up to the upside. And what does it do? It takes a short entry and goes short, and it takes a full winner. And then it continues. The market gets a little bit oversold, and it takes a short entry. Everything in our trading system is showing, hey, go long. This one goes short and wins the trades. Now listen, it's not going to win every trade. I don't want to mislead you. It does take losers, but it's been extremely profitable, and it has been very lucrative for a lot of our members. This is the equity curve through the first 3 weeks of October. It looks like it's at about $1,200. I'm sorry, about $1,000 is our cumulative net profit. It was crushing it, and then the last week it gave some of that back, and you could see that in my equity curve here. And our next strategy is the retirement plan. The retirement plan runs on the Nasdaq. All of these strategies can be run on micros. If you trade a small account, you can get in the game with a very small account trading these strategies as well. Now we call this one the retirement plan because we tested it for several months, and we were astounded by the numbers that this strategy put up. It takes very few trades, very few trades. It averages about 2.5 trades per day, but it has a risk to reward ratio of 2.5 to 1. And the numbers that this strategy is putting up it might just lead to an early retirement if it keeps going in the way that it's been going. So these are some of the entries that it's taken. Goes off of, we call this our signal A entry. What you see on the bottom of this chart is our Laguerre oscillator. And we've kind of done some fine tuning to the Laguerre. And when the RSI line breaks through the 20 here, and we have that multi-time frame assessment of trends and the market internals lined up, this is going to pop you into these trades early. And these have big targets. And we let these take really nice targets. I think with 60 ticks of risk, it gets about 120 ticks of, I think it's 2 to 1 or 2.5 to 1. Over here, you see it took a long target, a long trade, and it got stopped out, took a loser. Over here, it took another long trade, and boom, a full winner. And listen, the key to these strategies is our risk to reward. That's what kills futures traders. I mean, how many times have you taken 2 or 3 winners and man, you're feeling great? And then you take a loser trading futures and it just wiped out your 2 or 3 winners. It's just heartbreaking. This is the opposite. This does the opposite. So the retirement plan is $1,917 through the first 3 weeks of October. So you can see with cumulatively, as we go through these strategies, that they really start adding up to significant and substantial amounts of money. Another one of our strategies that's doing very well is our Hungry Hippo. The Hungry Hippo runs on the E-mini, the ES, S&P 500 futures, which can also be traded on the micros, but it runs on a 10 range chart, which really does very well with the E-mini. And you can see some of these trades that it takes. They're just beautiful entries. And our software, it does come for this special. We always try to do something special at Traders Corner. And we are going to include the chart templates. But more about that in just a few minutes. So this is of some beautiful entries that Hungry Hippo took. And the numbers, well, the numbers don't lie. 3,098 through the first 3 weeks of October. Okay. And last but certainly not least, we have our knockout punch that we like to call the haymaker. And you know, if you've ever traded the NASDAQ, it's a very exciting instrument to trade. The NQ can really run up the score very quickly. And with this NQ30 range, we found a really nice time frame to trade it on. You could see some of these trades. It also takes our signal A. When that oscillator breaks through that 20 or that 80, it's going to get you into these big moves early. And I think the risk to reward on this one is 2.5 to 1 as well. And this one has just been doing extremely well also. And here is the equity curve. Cumulative net profit on this one is at $1,870. $1,870. So Roger asks, tell us what this does. This is an automated strategy, Roger. When it's enabled, it executes and manages the trades for you. Okay. Now, this slide here, I wanted to show for our prop traders that Mark Miller, who's the owner of Right Line Trading, and he's also a participant in Discord. He's in there every day, maybe 12 to 14 hours a day, extremely engaged with the community and a valued member of our trading community. But he's kind of making a side business out of these prop accounts, trading these strategies. And we have several YouTube videos. If you have a chance, check out our YouTube channel at Right Line Trading over on YouTube. He does some videos where he's actually trading. He's got a 300,000 account, several $100,000 accounts. He's got $25,000 accounts, and he's doing extremely well using this system to trade those prop accounts. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to go over for the month of October where we're at with our strategies. And then I'm going to bring over my trade performance, and I'm actually going to show you and pull it up on my performance. It's one thing to show you some numbers. It's another thing to show the proof on the platform, and that's what I'm going to do in a moment. But you can see here through the first 3 weeks of October, cumulatively, these strategies totaled on my computer $11,211. Now, not everybody's results are going to be identical. On my computer, using the exact strategies that we send out, the total was 11,211. Now, I want to bring over the performance. And I being part of the team, in the background, we run, variations, probably 30 or 40 different strategies to optimize the settings. But what I'm going to show you are just the ones that we're going to deliver to you today if you decide to come aboard. So we're going to start at 0, and we're going to add gold, which is our golden goose. That's GC. And that was the strategy that we had at $3,420. 34.20. And then we're going to add the Nighthawk. The Nighthawk was up 1,005, so that brought us to 44.25. Then we're going to add the retirement plan. The retirement plan was an additional 1917, which brought us to 63.42. Then we had we already have the Golden Goose enabled, the Haymaker at 1770, and the Hungry Hippo, which was at 3,098. So the 5 strategies that you'll receive today, if you decide to come aboard, totaled through the first 3 months of October, $11,211. Okay. Now I have commissions factored in, so it's kind of an unusual number. There's 28 cents at the end, but that's after commissions. So the max drawdown with this was $2,141. Now, I mentioned risk to reward. Now, you could see here that my average winning trade was $224, where my average losing trade was $113. So that's just about a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. So if only 40% of my trades are profitable, but I have a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio, well, hey, I'm going to make about $11,000 if I'm trading 5 strategies at once. Okay. And, I think that that's what gets lost in this message is this is a system. Now imagine if it's either you or I trying to trade simultaneously the ES, gold, and the NASDAQ in a fast moving market and trying to make all of those split-second decisions that this system is making in order to enter a trade. And you can see here, these are the conditions that it's looking at before it enters. So in a fast-moving market, trading 5 instruments, looking at all of those variables, all of those conditions, and being able to put up numbers like these. Okay. So when that nice lady that I was talking to yesterday, being a new trader, when she's asked me that question, I said, listen, let me save you a lot of pain and suffering. We have something here that's working, and you can certainly learn the hard way, or take my word on this one. And she did, and she's going to give it a try, and our team is going to give her all the support that she needs to be successful. So let me put this aside. So if some of the bonuses that we're going to offer you, um, if you decide to come aboard today. Okay, Stephen, I see your question. If you could type in your name, your number, I'll be happy to answer any questions you have, or you'll send an email. Great. But one of the bonuses, what we're doing now, listen, we know that half of our members, they just want us to provide them the templates that are going to win. They don't want to get under the hood. They don't want to get their hands dirty. They want the white glove installation, which we're happy to do. And they want all the settings pre-formatted, which we deliver. Um, and all they want to do is enable the strategy. However, there's another 40 or 50% of you, and I've talking to you guys, and you know who you are, that like to get under the hood. They don't want to enable a black box system. They want to know how it works, what does what, and they want to tinker around with all of the moving parts, and they want to understand it. They want to engineer it. Well, we're doing workshops. This past week, we had to postpone our workshop because of the new arrival in Sergio's family. But we're going to resume that next week. And our team, we get together and we do a interactive workshop. And listen, we're going to show you how to build your own ATM machine, what each one of those inputs in the strategy is, how to optimize the time inputs, how to optimize the ATM strategies. And by the end of this series, you're going to be able, if this is your forte and you like to do this, you're going to have all of the information that you need. So you'll be a part of those interactive workshops. We also have unlimited VIP support. Mr. Charles from UCLA with 30 years of experience. He's going to fine tune your computer and get it humming. And he's going to get on and load up everything. Okay. Now, I mentioned earlier, if you have any interest, please put your name and your phone number in the questions box, and I'm going to be calling you as soon as possible. So our special offer, let me show you the offer. As I mentioned, we do try to do something special for Traders Corner. Today, what we're going to do is it's kind of a buy two, get one. And let me explain. First, you're going to get both our discretionary and our automated systems. So all of the chart templates for every single one of our instruments and strategies, you're going to have a chart template that has our full suite of indicators. You're also going to have the automated strategies that are going to be loaded, and all you'll need to do is enable them, and all of the hard work is done for you. You're going to be a member of our Discord chat group. In the future, you're going to get all additional markets. And I want to say something about that because we're not sure how long that will be available. But if you do decide to come aboard now, you will be grandfathered in. We have a hot new strategy coming. It's on crude oil that we've been spending a lot of time getting this one ready. With this geopolitical unrest, we're seeing a lot of volatility, not only in gold and precious metals, but in energy as well. Um, so the special offer is going to be $3.99 a month at checkout, and they'll get Brock, if you would, if you'll please put in the link in the chat box. Use coupon code save $sign 100, and it'll be $3.99 a month. Now your best value is going to be the next two options. If you buy 2 months, you're going to get the third month free. So it's $77.99 per quarter. So buy 2 months, get the third free, $7.99 per quarter. Use coupon code save $sign 500. And our best value is the annual. If you buy 3 quarters, you get the fourth quarter free. Okay, buy 3 quarters, get the fourth quarter free. 23.99 for the year. Listen, that comes out to $199 a month. $199 a month. You're going to have these strategies for the entire year. And if you could find something for 199 bucks a month that could potentially make you $11,000 in a month, let me know about it. All right. So I believe in the product. I know if you come aboard, we will make a believer out of you. So real quick before I go, I wanted to see if I can answer a few questions and show you the Discord chat. If you do decide to come aboard, you're going to be part of our community of traders. Jim Simmons just before me showed his server. This is ours here, where our members post their results. This is Dan Tomaselli yesterday posted his results, really beautiful results. We have our general chat. We have our resources channel. I always have people asking me, hey, do you have tutorials? Do you have videos? Well, we have a whole channel full. We have our daily results. We have our problems and solutions. If you're having a problem, listen, tech is tech. You're not going to be lost on the bottom of a deck of a large stack of cards. Charles and our team is going to be right on top of it, and you're going to be up and running the same day. We have a prop trading channel, improvement ideas, and our new feature, getting some of everyone's good ideas, because some of our best ideas come from our traders. In our strategy optimization channel, we have what we call the bullpen. And we have a spreadsheet where people put in strategies that they're testing and optimizing and working on, and they share them as, to use them for free, so you can give them a try as well. So there's definitely power in numbers, and you're going to be part of a great community with our Discord chat group. So looking over the questions, thank you for your number, Matt. Greg asked if these numbers are based on minis. Yes, these numbers are based on trading. Thank you. Good question. The numbers that I showed you are based on trading 2 E-minis, 2 contracts. We like to use a 2-contract strategy because we have coded into the strategy a proprietary trailing stop that will keep you in the trade until momentum wanes on some of our strategies. So it's going to get the maximum excursion. When momentum wanes, it's going to exit the trade and get you out. So our first target will hit, our stop will be brought to break even, and we'll be in the trade on a second contract on a runner, on a momentum-based runner. So great question, Greg. Stephen, okay, I'll give you a call. Roger asks, what do you do when market conditions change? That's a great question. Market conditions are constantly changing. And that's why I took so much time in the beginning to introduce to you my team of my associates here at Right Line Trading. We spend hours every Friday, and we crunch the numbers for hours. We look at a number of things that we're gonna go over in the workshops on how we optimize these templates. The haymakers started out the month, and it was, it started out the first week, it did well, and then it took a dive. And we looked at the numbers, we optimized the settings, we put them in the Discord chat group, and you're going to get fresh settings every Friday. Every Friday. Okay? So this turns into a win-win relationship. So every Friday we optimize the settings. Okay. Well, I think I'm just about out of time, but if one last question from Greg. If he asks if he has 50,000, he has 50,000 evals, is 2 e-minis too much? No, because Greg, what I said earlier, you can, in your strategy parameters, you can limit your losses. You can limit your losses. We're going to put our best strategies on your eval accounts. We're not going to let you take drawdowns. And now listen, you're not going to pass every evaluation, but guys, with those evaluation accounts, don't get emotionally attached to them. They're $20 or $25 accounts. If we have to start a new one, let it be. Okay. So our goal is to get you funded and to keep you funded. And we've got the strategies to do it. So this is our offer. My phone number is right at the bottom. Please write your name and number in. And as soon as the presentation is over, I'm going to give you a call. Listen, I want to take a moment and thank Traders Corner. I want to thank you for all of your time. Really, we're in this fight together. In biblical terms, I always say it. It's like David versus Goliath, and we're the guys out there with a slingshot. Well, listen, it's time to even the playing field. Okay, come aboard and let's do it together. Thanks for listening. Have a blessed. It's tomorrow's Friday. Have a blessed weekend, and we hope to see you on Monday in our Discord chat group. Thanks for your
Hey,
time.
thank you so much, Rory. I like to call Thursdays now Happy Friday, Junior. But your strategies look amazing.
Oh,
I've been
thank you.
hearing that your automated strategies have been crushing it lately, and it's really exciting. I mean, I sure could use a golden goose strategy. You might very well may hear from me.
Amen.
But congratulations to you and the team over at Right Line Trading, especially Sergio. On the birth of a child. Ladies and gentlemen, if you struggle with human error, over trading, inconsistent results, or blowing out your proper live accounts, Mr. Rory Powers over at Right Line Trading has a solution for you to get funded and stay funded. You can learn more by clicking the link in the chat box. I know a lot of people put their numbers in. I'm pretty sure Rory's just going to start calling you one after the other. Sometimes it takes a bit, but Rory, thank you again. We appreciate having you on Traders Corner. We hope you come back and see us again.
I sure will. Thank you, Rob.
Thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our online trading summit. The staff over here at Traders Corner wants to thank all of you for joining us today. It's been an information-packed event, and we hope you all enjoy the fall season. The replay will be on our YouTube channel, which I'll place in the chat box momentarily. Have a great evening, everybody. Thank you all for being here.